Hey everyone, Happy New Year and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Jason Allard and I've been working on a web series called Abandoned from Above, where I visit historic, abandoned locations and show you why they deserve our respect and attention. If you like adventure, abandoned places, and history, definitely check them out. And as for today, I've got something a little bit different going on. Since it's freezing and I'm always cold, I want to go over the coldest abandoned video shoots I've done so far and give you some behind the scenes info on them. All of these I actually plan to shoot in the cold because I thought they looked better in the chilly months, and there's a big difference in the feeling they convey. In the summer you get more of a lethargic kind of quiet, but in the winter it's more of an absence of life quiet. Just super still. Each spot I talk about is part of a larger video on my channel, so if you want more info, I included links to them in the description. First up is Ponyhenge, the rocking horse graveyard. It's part abandoned attraction and part art installation. No one knows how these got here, but more keep gathering and they frequently change formations. Some have been left as a monument to lost loved ones, making this a special place that I have a lot of respect for. I went here the day after a snowstorm because I thought they'd look great buried in the snow and their colors would have nice contrast against the white. I went out here alone at golden hour and parked about a quarter mile away, then had to walk partially through a snowy field just to get here. I didn't have waterproof boots on, which I've since corrected, and my feet were wet within 20 minutes. So it was about 2 hours of filming and freezing and sliding around on snow until sunset, but for real, those shots were absolutely worth it. It's one place I do recommend people visit to see the different horses and understand why some of them are there, which can be an emotional experience. Next are the Ramtail factory remains, aka the only place in New England officially designated as haunted in a state census. This has got to be my favorite Rhode Island legend because the abandoned remains of the mill are still in the woods from over 200 years ago, completely alone. The story goes that the ghost of a man named Peleg Walker roams the forest after his tragic death in the Ramtail mill. And it's said that at midnight you can still hear the factory's bell tolling, echoing through the trees. There are 3 main areas I had to shoot. Peleg's grave, located on the slope of a river, the mill remains a mile south of the grave, and the village remains 3/4 of a mile away across a river. I ventured out on a 15-degree day in January and walked half a mile in the wrong direction to start the shoot, and with daylight fading quickly, I had to run back through the woods with my gear to the right spot. My biggest concern when planning a trip like this isn't whether I'll get frostbite. I'm usually more concerned about how my drone will perform and how long the batteries will last. This shoot was definitely pushing the limits on that front. Instead of 30 minutes per battery I normally get, I was around 20 minutes per battery, so I couldn't do as many takes as usual. All the hiking kept me warm for the most part, but while getting the shots, I need to keep my hands uncovered for the drone controller, and so I can quickly touch the screen to adjust settings. I didn't see any hauntings while I was out there, but my hands were ghost white by the end of that shoot. Finally, easily the coldest shoot of my life so far, the abandoned train station, which I shot with my friend Dave Lawler on literally the coldest day of the year. It was 9 degrees outside the station and felt a bit colder inside the station from all the concrete. I figured the colder the day, the less trouble we'd have exploring in terms of people stopping us or activity inside the station. I wasn't anticipating that it'd be the coldest day, but it had been planned for a few weeks and we weren't going to let that stop us. The station itself is gigantic and has several different sections, some wide open and letting the wind right through, and some in complete darkness with ice covering the floors. Again, we had to be mindful of battery life, so the night before the shoot, we went over the building's blueprints and mapped out the exact route that we would take through the station with the shots that we wanted to get. It was an extremely efficient shoot, at least. So efficient that at one point I decided to land my drone in my hand to move quicker and got sliced in the finger by one of the blades. And these things cut deep if they hit you right. But luckily it was cold enough that I was numbed, so didn't really feel too much. Do I have more chili shoots planned? I sure do, and you'll see them all right here first. And if you want to check out all of my other videos, including the warmer ones, you can see them all right here on my channel. So thank you, as always, for watching, and I'll see you soon.